Hi, Mr. Smith. My name is Destiny. I'm going to be giving you some medication to help your anxiety today. Do you have any allergies that you're aware of? He tells me, yep, he's allergic to morphine. All right, and I'm just going to check your wristband. Can you please state your name and date of birth? And he says Ron Smith, 2/19/1955, and that matches my chart. Alrighty, so now I'm just going to make sure none of these have air bubbles in them. And I checked all my flushes, made sure that they were not expired. Alright, so I looked up in the Betty book that lorazepam is compatible with my normal saline that I'll be diluting it in. If there are any running IV fluids, I would make sure to look those up to make sure they were compatible. Yes. Alright, so I did my math and I got 1.5 mLs, and I'm just verifying that Ron Smith is due for lorazepam. It is due PRN from anxiety, and he has been having anxiety. And the lorazepam is also not expired. Expiration is 2030, and he is a full code. All right. So now I'm going to get dose accurate. My 1.5 mLs. See, there's 1.5 mLs. Alright, now that I'm dose accurate, I'm going to perform my 3 checks. Ron Smith, got Ron Smith. He's getting lorazepam, 1 milligram, and it comes in 2 milligrams per 3 mL, so that is 1.5 mLs, and he is due now. Ron Smith, 1.5 mLs for his anxiety of lorazepam, and it is due now, expires in 2030. Again, Ron Smith, lorazepam, 1.5 mLs, and it is due now for his anxiety, and expires in 2030. Alrighty, so now I'm just going to place on some gloves. And depending on the age of your patient, you want to be aware of dosage. Like, for example, children usually are not going to need as much of a dose as an adult would. So you would want to make sure to clarify the dosage and the rate. And in this case, lorazepam can be given 2 milligrams over 1 minute. And he is only receiving 1 milligram, so I only have to give it over about 30 seconds. Alrighty, I'm just going to cleanse the cap, the end. And some facilities want you to do a heparin flush, which you would then flush with heparin and then waste, but ours does not. Alright. And do the first flush, making sure to open my clamp. There's no resistance, it's going in nicely. Are you feeling any pain? He tells me no, everything's going well. Alrighty, so then take that off. Make sure to clamp. And then I would make sure to cleanse again. And before I administer the med, I need to make sure to dilute it into my normal saline. And I would dispose of this in the Sharps container. Alrighty. Now I need to cleanse again. For about 20 to 30 seconds. Now I can place my medication on, making sure I unclamp, and then I need to watch the clock to make sure I'm going at a rate, like I said, 2 milligrams a minute. Alright, and then that is over. Make sure to clamp my line again. And then I would wash. Now for my last flush, I need to make sure to do the same rate as my medication for the first 30 seconds. Unclamp my line. And then I need to pulse. Alright. How are you doing, Mr. Smith? He tells me he's doing good. Alrighty, now once I would dispose of all my equipment, I would want to make sure to document the time, the date the medication was administered, how much the medication was administered, and then I would want to reassess to see how his anxiety is doing, if it's getting better, if it's getting worse, and what we can do to help alleviate the problem.